Ωραία. 2 λεπτά δώστε μου. Θα ρίξουμε κάποια σουτάκια και θα πάμε στο My Career τώρα. Έλα ρε. Αυτά είναι. Γεια σε όλους παιδιά. Να, έτσι με λένε. Πολύ παλιό account είναι αυτό. Τότε που ήμουν μικρός. Να, τόσο και το λέει. Celtics εδώ πέρα.
Coming home, New York City, baby. I'll be honest, pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special.
Να το μάλλον θα το δεις τώρα.
Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good though. I've been waiting for this my entire life, and I'll be ready.
Τα έχω παίξει αυτά ρε. Είμαι σε ομάδα τώρα. Και είναι πολύ δύσκολο.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Joining the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Hart. So for the Celtics, their last game a win against the Nets.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while,
και εγώ το ίδιο.
just waved the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what'll happen when
Είμαι
the
μέσα
team
ή όχι?
continues to attack the basket.
Έλα, δεν με έχει βάλει. 73. Rebound. Έχει καλό rebound.
Jefferson's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett
Α, σε
Jack.
πάλι είμαστε.
On the floor for Boston. Freak in at the 4 spot. Thomas is out there with Smart. Then it's Evan Turner. And it's Olynyk in at the center, locking down the middle.
Για να δούμε.
Here's Sloan. Pass.
Όχι ρε, τι μας έκανε. Έξω, έξω.
They get it back.
Ωραία.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Ωραίος.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Θα κάτσουμε όμως εδώ πέρα γιατί...
Kelly Olynyk, he does some stuff that really helps you.
Αλλά πού είναι αυτός εκεί είναι, γιατί είναι εκεί πέρα.
I mean, he's highly skilled. He's got the deep range, textbook positioning in terms of the post. A lot of tricky moves down there. Yet he has a hard time being effective against great athletes, which the NBA is filled with. So he's going to have to evolve as a basketball player if he wants to be effective.
And Turner kicks to Freak.
Λαρίχτω. Αυτός
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Okay. Oh, έλειπα εγώ.
Robinson dishes to Sims.
Fuck.
And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Δώσε εδώ. Αυτός.
Here's Freak.
Oh. Τι έγινε ρε. Τι έχασε ο άνθρωπος. Έλα ρε.
Well, Greg, I think you've got to try to convert the positives. Take them into the momentum of your next game and use them for momentum, and then take what you did well and double down the efforts here tonight.
Dishes it to Thomas.
Όχι ρε.
Off target from outside. 4-on-3 break. Here's Sims.
Έτσι και το βάλει.
Can't get it to go.
Αυτό είναι.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Nets lead by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks locked in his stockpile.
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision.
Κοίτα πάλι μας
Taking the
έβαλε.
Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season. I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics. Well said.
Φυσικά όχι, εμείς θα παίξουμε.
There's a minute 40 left here in the second.
Well, you know, last season I thought the Celtics made some strong waves in the East. I mean, they kept fighting and fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoffs because of that never-give-up attitude.
Έλα.
The pass to Kilpatrick. Kicks it to Robinson.
Δεν βάζει καλά, φίλε.
Kilpatrick, just 3 to shoot. Fires from 14. Rebounded by Smart.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Γιατί εγώ είμαι πίσω, fuck.
And for the Celtics, 28 of their 40
Εδώ πίσω.
wins on the season came against the East. Not impressive, but it got the job done in a
Όχι,
conference
ρε.
which could be had at times out there.
That's true, but what should be noted, Kevin, about the Celtics against the East is just how well they played against the Eastern Conference playoff teams.
Right.
I mean, against the East top 8, they shot a lot better and executed a lot better as well. So you can see them stepping up their game against the competition.
Δίποτο, πάλι καλά.
They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Thomas goes in, and 2 free throws.
Έλα, θα το έπαιρνα, το πήρα το rebound.
And Isaiah Thomas traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston. Seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
The first one falls.
Ωραίος.
Greg, you were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns in their first meeting. He took them apart, Clark, on the floor. Remember that game? Stared them down as he was hitting shots. Looked at that bench, man. He had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized and have battled doubters all their careers bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit.
Here's Sloan.
Τον κόσμο αυτός. Κοίτα εδώ που είναι.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Έξω είναι. Τι! Έλα ρε, πώς το βάλω αυτό το πράγμα. Δώσ' την, δώσ' την. Δώσ' την, ρε. Τι κάνει ρε τόση ώρα. Γεια. Πάμε και. Ωραία. Γεια σου, Dark
And
Dick.
so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. It's the Nets up by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a
Γεια
minute.
σου, μπαίνω στο stream.
All right, fellas, still anyone's ball game right now. A few things from the first half. First of all, a big nod to how well we've taken care of the basketball. We're not taking any unnecessary chances, and that's meant very few turnovers. On a good note, our passing has been very smooth. You've set each other up with some really nice assists. That's strong team basketball. Let's keep it up. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal.
Για πάμε.
And that's all I want.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half.
Πρέπει να το νικήσουμε αυτό. Πάλι με βγάλε έξω.
They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic victory.
Παιδιά, αν σας άρεσε το stream, αφήστε ένα like. Α, νικήσαμε. Τι έγινε?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq
Αυτό δεν μπορώ να το κάνω,
Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Avery Bradley. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open looks.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Ωραία, πάμε στο επόμενο. Ναι, είπα. Πάλι αυτά, όχι. Και έναν τρόφι εδώ πέρα. Τι ωραίο στόμα που έχω.
To my family, you can see even CC, you know, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
Πάμε στο επόμενο. Ένα σουτάκι να δούμε, θα μπει. Τρίποντο. Hey. Ναι. Αυτά είναι. Πάμε άλλο ένα. Μέσα. Έτσι. 2 στα 2. Πάμε και ένα στο κεντρό. Όχι, λογικά το απόγευμα θα πάω να το πάρω. Α, για λίγο. Έλα τώρα, γιατί δεν μπαίνω αυτά. Ένα κάθεμα. Έτσι, γυριστό. Γκρέμι σέτα. Έτσι. Πάμε στο επόμενο.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. We'll see the Golden State Warriors taking on the Boston Celtics. Anderson Varejao still injured. They're counting the days until he returns.
Kevin, yeah, he got injured a few games ago, and it's been tough without him.
Όλο στην αρχή δεν με βάζει ρε φίλε, μετά με βάζει. 89.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts Green and Bogut are down low.
Τι είναι Warriors, τι είναι αυτοί. Όπα.
And it's Barnes and at the small forward. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will lie you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though.
Πώς είναι κάμερε, φίλε.
Πώς γίνεται αυτό.
Για να δούμε. Όχι. Νομίζω ότι θέλει λίγο πιο λίγο. Έλα. Αυτό είναι. Excellent. Excellent.
Or even in an opponent's ear, he's a vocal presence, and also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Crowder kicks to Freak. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his
entire
career, even as a rookie. He wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
Outer dishes to Freak. That's his second
shot
and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Warriors trail by 5. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, a moment ago, Steve Kerr and I were able to chat. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing.
Έλα μωρέ, η ψήρα.
Of smart basketball.
The Warriors shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Turner's checked in for Freak. Vasili's checked in for the Warriors.
Move the ball.
Thomas up top.
Sticking too much.
From 20 feet out. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly.
Και τσάμπουμε λίγο να. Πω, Μιλάν τους έχουμε σκίσει,
Warriors trail by 10. Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter.
Όχι.
Έξω είναι.
Thank you.
That's the Boston 5. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after
Ρίχτω.
that board.
Στον άλλον, ρίχτω.
Now here's Freak, covered by Bogut, down to 5 on the shot clock.
Ρίχτω.
And Thomas, here we go, puts it up from 12.
Μαζεύω. Ωραία, τι μου έκανε ρε. Και θα του κάνω εγώ τώρα όμως.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Curry. And Boston with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
How about the rhythm they got into offensively there? There's no doubt in my mind what the result was going to be once they started to click.
Really impressive because they simply put it on cruise control.
Warriors trail by 14. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Iguodala with it, out defended by Freak. And the wide open shot from Green.
Ρε ο Νίκος τι κάνει, όλο σου τραβάει και δεν μπαίνει τίποτα. Μπαίνω. Δώσ' το. Δώσ' το ρε. Θα του χάσω την μπάλα. Ξανά. Όχι ρε, εγώ ήμουνα. Έλα τον νικήσουμε γι' αυτό, καλά.
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, they're playing good defense, trying to trap the ball screens and take on the three-point line. But, you know, just got to be aggressive, keep getting shots up, making the right plays, and they'll turn around.
Steph, thank you so much. Kevin, it's not easy in the NBA.
All right, Doris, thank you, and we'll be back.
Πάει και αυτό έτσι. Κάτσε, όχι, δεν έχουμε 2. 2 μέχρι να έχουμε 3, 4, πόσα έχουμε. Νομίζω 4 έχουμε. Ναι.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Well, it's been a good game tonight for Thomas. He's got 10 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Πάλι με δεν έχει μέσα.
Boston making a switch here. Freaks checked in. Warriors trail by 12.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins.
Καλά χάσανε,
and also wins a title in his first year. Still unreal.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson is 2 with runs at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the point. Here's Curry. Get it to go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. From Mark Jackson, Greg, that was a good point. See, he passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a
Ποιος τον έχει αυτό, δεν είναι δικός μου αυτό. Δεν ήταν δικός μου αυτός, μην με τρελαίνεις τώρα.
That says it all right there. They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. I mean, I think they came out with some tired legs to start. They've turned it around. They found some energy. They look a lot more active and engaged.
Thompson in the corner. And another three for Golden State.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Really a solid comeback effort here.
Freak kicks to Sullinger. And that time, also a missed shot.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
On its way from Curry for 2. Sullinger with the rebound. Sullinger's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bradley passes to Freak.
Right here, let's look at the stats for Curry. Second in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will. Boy, it's just a beautiful thing to watch.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Sullinger. Turner comes in for Jay Crowder, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Bradley. Then for the Warriors, Estes Ezeli, he's checked in for Bones. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, he was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was in ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick. Has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Curry dishes to Green. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Beyond the arc. That's good. Iguodala's got 5 points so far.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
And Olynyk kicks to Freak. No luck. Great D that time from Green.
Μισό λίγο.
And it's the Warriors ball.
Può ένα τρίποντο διαφορά. Κακό.
Here is Livingston. Olynyk is covering. On the wing, Green. 6 to shoot. Iguodala outside for the tie. They grabbed their own miss. The second chance effort. That was the Boston lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Green.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch.
Τώρα Άρης.
Outside Turner.
Δώσ' το.
It's Freak, top of the key.
Δεν έχουμε άλλη επιλογή.
That time from Green.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Some nice passing by Golden State. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Warriors have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. That one drops.
Μας σοφάρισαν. Τι με βάλε έξω.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move. Yeah. Thomas is the point to his side. Jay Crowder out there with 3. And it's Sullinger in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Oh, my G. Μην το χάσεις, έλα.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Several teams changing it up. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win.
Ναι, ρε φίλε.
Fun night of
basketball. Αρκετά πήρα.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Isaiah Thomas.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is a leader. He was in attack mode all night, calling for it and delivering in some big, big plays and baskets. His point total shows everything that I'm talking about. The defense was like, what am I going to do? And he was like, nothing, because I'm toying with you.
This guy is explosive as any guard in the league. And he's got a craftiness to his game and a work ethic that just does not quit. Whether it's creating for teammates or putting up them buckets himself, Isaiah Thomas finds a way to get it done.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports Group, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
Πάει και αυτό το ματσάκι.
The only color I care about is green, money. We've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early. LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess. This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand.
Yes.
So that's something I'm like, Lonzo, you know, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. Got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. To date, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Wearing Jordan sneakers, I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team All-NBA, first team All-Defensive team.
But what about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakinandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold it.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me? When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is going to be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste, and you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing? You know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
CC, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good in chess.
CC, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan. Not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Lottie?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me. I got my own. Boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? I mean, if you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
What? You know what, CC? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
Archetype. Ciao, Trof.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as his meal?
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I smell it from a mile away.
When you take time with your own person, you have a person?
I do.
Where at?
I just...
Nella fiche, sì. Amen.
I got nothing but respect for Paul George. To come back from an injury the way he did was simply amazing. It'll be a real honor to take the court against him tonight and show him what I can do. But forget PG-13. This game's going to be rated F for freak. May the best man win.
Περιμένω να φορτώσει.
Everyone in their seats here in Boston to watch the Celtics on the home court. Last game a win against the Knicks in New York. And they barely squeaked by with that one, edging out by just 1 point.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very...
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in.
Okay.
Outside Hill.
Εγώ, γιατί μου βγάζει έξω εμένα, ελέος.
Hill, no good.
Hey guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games.
Left
knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most
Αυτά είναι. Αυτά θέλω.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Stuckey outside. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, it's Hill on the wing from 17 feet out. Offensive rebound with the stuff.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders.
Όχι ρε, ψηλά δώσ' να ρε, τι κάνει.
You're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works.
Τώρα όλη την ώρα μολάς παίχτης με δουλεύεις.
Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off.
Τι λες τώρα?
That time the assist by George. Hill's got his first basket.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch Clark how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
Και δεν μπορώ να πάω να πάρω rebound να πούμε. Όλο με κλείνουν.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense. In the early stages, I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense.
Δεν ξέρει αν τρέχει δικός μου. Έλα, για να τρέχουμε. Πω καλά, δεν τρέχει. Δώσ' το. Έλα ρε. Κοίτα εδώ. Τι έχασε ο άνθρωπος.
Here's George. And a
καλά
off the
τώρα.
rim, but it sinks right in.
Κοίτα πως μας έχουν πάει προβάδισμα.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Freak kicks to Sullinger. That drops. Sullinger's got 8 points.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pick up by Hill. Stuckey with out of it by Freak. Got a piece of it. He had stolen by Sullinger. Freak kicks to Crowder.
Κοίτα πως έχουν κλειστεί ρε. Αν είναι δυνατόν. Δώσ' το ρε. Αυτά είναι.
Freak's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter clock time. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. talked to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he... And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
That kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you? A new group in for the Celtics. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Freak comes in for Johnson. Crowder, he's checked in for Evan Turner. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Marcus Smart. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. George is checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And George Hill's subbed in for Ellis. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks, boy, was he tremendous. He dropped in 17 points and was just efficient on the offensive end, picking his spots on when to keep the ball moving or try it to the Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be interesting to see if he can stay in a role.
Those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you got a thoroughbred like him, I think you got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
They set the pick. Hill with it. Sullinger picks him up. Hill dishes to George. Let's go. That doesn't go either for George. Freak. Can't hit. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Pacers lead by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Here with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, you've got to be pleased with that first half. The ball was moving. Your guys were sharing. Things were going well for you. What about it pleased you?
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way. We start out playing this way. We got to continue it for 4 quarters.
Thank you, Frank. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Ένα καλάθι διαφορά, έλα. Το έχω.
All right, guys, I want to go over some things before we get back out there. I like the way we're valuing the basketball. Keeping those turnovers down has really helped us throughout the first 2 quarters. On a good note, our passing has been very smooth.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Some fantastic numbers here for Hill. 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
Όχι ρε.
Όχι
ρε. Πώς το γυρίσει. Μόνο 10 πόντους βάλαμε.
And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Thomas. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. Hill, he's checked in for George. Rodney's subbed in for Monte Ellis. On the court right now for the Pacers. Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Hill is out there with Hill. And it's Mahinmi in at the 5 down low. Well, taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects.
It's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
It's back to Hill. Fires from 18. Hill, no good. Celtics trail by 10. Freak kicks to Zeller. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead.
Τώρα τι ήταν αυτό, έλες και πέταξε καρπούζι ήταν.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
Κοίτα πόσο άργησε ρε μα. Τι αργείς ρε, έλα να το τελειώσουμε.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
Free throw good, Crowder. And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, you know, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And you know, not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big three out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
You know, looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
Hill, a screen on Bradley. Stuckey kicks to Hill.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Μεγάλε. Ρε δεν βάζουν καθόλου πόντους εμείς. Κοίτα εδώ ρε.
And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Smart. Then for the Pacers, LaVoy Allen's checked in for Solomon Hill. Paul George comes in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Ellis in for Hill. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Jay Crowder out there with Freak. And it's Sellinger in at the 5 spot. That's the
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion. And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch four was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a three. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Mickey's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Avery Bradley. Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Ellis outside. Allen passes to Ellis. They set the pick. Feeds it to Mahimi. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
It's been a good night for Mahimi. He has 8 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Not there.
He hits both from the stripe. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books.
Έλα ρε, γιατί το κάνουμε αυτό. Έλα τώρα.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players. Everything was spot on.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
That's right. I mean, they'll now be 1-2 against them this season. They'll face them once more, so they could end up with a split in those 4 games.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Monte Ellis. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Hill dishes to Allen. Jumper off the screen, and again it's Indiana converting.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. quite a run.
Thomas kicks to Freak. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Όχι ρε. Είναι πάνω δύσκολο το career. Δεν είναι εύκολο. Μία χάνεις, μία νικάς.
One shot. One shot.
The throw good, Paul George.
Άντε, τελείωσε τι. Άντε.
So no problem for Indiana.
Guys, Paul George standing by.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Monte Ellis. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game. Kenny, what did you like about his game?
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire...
Told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box.
Opa.
Like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approval.
Τι άλλο τρόφι. Πάω να φάω και έρχομαι σε λίγο. Για πάμε. Γύρισα. Όχι ρε. Ριχτού.
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
Oh. Εναντίον LeBron James.
Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. Celtics made a special trip here for one game, back in Boston for the next one. They're still compensating for the loss of Mo Williams.
Yeah, Kevin, that's just terrible news. Never what you want to hear or see with an injury of that severity.
And so it's Boston with it. It's a three-point game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
They drew a lot of fouls in their games, guys, and then that was the one area that really stood out when you watched it.
Just lacked discipline defensively, Greg. I mean, that's why they got a lot of free points at the charity stripe.
Just 5 to shoot, and the shot is good. Freak's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint, and when you can get them, you got to score them.
And Evan Turner is one of those guys, he just gives you a little bit of everything. I mean, he can play multiple positions, handles the ball, he can pass it. Kind of a Swiss Army jackknife who uses multiple tools to his advantage.
Celtics trail by 3. The pass to Freak. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, a chance to check out Evan Turner. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's around 14 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And, guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And, fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully, this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. McRae has come in for Kevin Love. And both free throws good from Freak. 1:57 left to play here in the first. Dellavedova kicks to Shumpert. The dish to Mozgov. The rebound by the Celtics.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Back to Turner. He tries for 3. And James pulls it down. Cavaliers leading. Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
Kevin, when I asked him about their game plan on the defensive end, he said they were looking to clock things up in the middle of the floor and not allow any clear looks at the basket from inside the paint. He feels if they can accomplish that, they'll have the upper hand on defense. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
Έλα, πάμε τρίποντο τώρα, αλήθεια.
Right there to get that shot off.
I not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular.
Δώσ' το ρε.
Turner kicks to Freak.
Πάτω τώρα.
That's what we came to see. Aggressive, assertive basketball.
Just threw that one down with as much strength as he could muster.
Just flat out angry.
Outside jumper. Passes it to Dellavedova. They set the pick. There's Mozgov. Another miss.
Άντε.
Celtics have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5
Ναι, είδα.
No one near Turner.
Τώρα.
Lets it go.
Τι θες να κάνω.
This is the go-ahead basket. The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. That's a 2 from Dellavedova.
Ωραία.
Goes in off to a good start, 2 for 2. And the Celtics with possession here, trailing by 4. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves
into
foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble.
Κοίτα το τι έκανε.
I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench. And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets.
Δεν νομίζω να φταίει.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
Μπαίνω, βγαίνω όλη την ώρα. Πώς το κάρφωσα, ρε.
Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Celtics.
They're going to give their teams the best chance to win, no matter what the circumstance is.
Είναι career αυτό, δεν είναι με ομάδα. Πώς το πω.
Well, Tristan, what do you take?
Ένα τρίποντο διαφορά. Άρχισα με άλλη ομάδα και τώρα καταλήξα σε αυτήν. Άρχισα με μια ομάδα που είναι κάτι πουλιά. Δεν ξέρω πώς λέει.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Jared
τον είδες ωραίος, δεν είναι. Μπλε Μοϊκάνα.
Να τους. Freak comes in for Amir Johnson. And Jake Crowder's subbed in for Avery Bradley. On the floor for Boston. Freak in at power forward. Turner is out there.
Το κακό μόνο είναι ότι με λέει Freak. Βασικά όλους τους λέει Freak. Λες και είναι κάτι άσχημο. Κάτσε κάτω, ρε. Μα έχει ένα πουλί. Ελά. Τι rate έχει. Κάτσε κάτω, ρε. Πάρε την τάπα, ρε. Λαγιά αυτό. Ναι, αυτό είναι λίγο λαγιά. Τι εννοούσες, ρε. Όχι, ρε. Κοίτα πως του έφυγε το άλλο. Θα χάσουμε πάλι γάμο. Έχω και γήπεδο,
You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result,
εγώ έχω 88. Μου πήρε, ρε. Ναι, όχι, δεν λέγεται rate. Over λέγεται εδώ πέρα. Αλλά είναι από το online. Εγώ παίξω αρκετά. Θα με βγάλει τώρα, τσεκάρε. Με βγάλει. Γάμο. Να, το πάτησα χείδι τότε. Πω, καλά, χάσαμε.
And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Crowder. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Turner dishes to Freak. No luck. Great D that time from Love.
And that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they brought the sandpaper.
Μα κοίτα εδώ τα βάζουν να πούμε.
A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And that one's good. Freak.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Cleveland leading by 16. Smith with a screen on Thomas. Irving passes to LeBron. To the paint, Thompson. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And there's the 3-second violation.
Just a total loss.
Αποκλείεται να μου 3 seconds εγώ.
And Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them and sour.
1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Dishes it to James. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him.
Αυτό πώς γίνεται να είναι δικός μου, ρε φίλε. Δεν γίνεται αυτό.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on a limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Freak with it. He's going up against Love. And Freak throws it down.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Cleveland.
Mark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball movement, you're right. And so checking out the record for these guys tonight, win number 37 for them on the year.
With a solid strategy, building on that first win in this season series, they rack up another W to make it 2-zip. And with one left to play this year against the Celtics.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Lets it go from deep. That shot is good. He has made missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
They sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
And he gets it to go.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Irving. Smith with a screen on Thomas. Inside. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Irving. And the Cavaliers lead by 21.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that lead.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark, the other, just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on it. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you got
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Kyrie, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
As I was saying, got a real big problem, all this kitty stuff. The evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No.
Calibrate.
All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your image is cost you in the hood, fam. Yo, the streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right.
No. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature. All right? Take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
He wants you to rob a bodega. I'm sorry.
Look, man, I'm not talking about some focus, right? I'm talking about the hood. They don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight, man. Your ankles be choking. Air it out some. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. Okay, you want to recalibrate? Fine, B. Go ahead. Recalibrate back to Harlem. Remind these fools where you from. Represent. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the Jesus piece you used to wear? That Shuttlesworth.
The fake chains we used to wear.
Yo, but that's my point. Let me get you some nice jewels, huh? Make it flossy. Get you a new whip, something that the hood will love. Let's remind these fools that you the Harlem Renaissance up in this piece. Get a club, I don't know, something. Take a weight around, man.
I mean, at least get me some, too.
Yeah, and get some nice free bet, too.
Nah, but for real, in all seriousness. You think it's that bad?
Yeah. Cats be laughing at your corner commercials, B. But that's what I'm saying. Yo, we could change all that. Hey, now, I know CC's your manager and all, but everywhere she leads, you can't always follow. Now, I'm not trying to catch no charge. But CC got people out here laughing at you, man. Now, just let me take care of everything. You see...
Some people hang on that you're a leech. Why is that the word?
Because people just don't know. They be hating. They hating on my game. They hating on our fresher. See, FOF, friend of freak. See, nobody got that like I do. And everybody else wants that, doesn't?
Fai che so? Για να δούμε κάτι. Όχι αυτά. Όχι, όχι, γιατί βγήκα βλακεία. Πανάκριβα είναι όμως όλα. Όχι. Ούτε. Ούτε. Φλόρες αυτά ήθελα. Πανάκριβα είναι αυτά. Γιατί όμως, ας πούμε. Γιατί είναι αυτό. Δεν θα πάρω τίποτα.
Big game for me tonight. Carmelo Anthony is a player I watched playing for the Knicks when I was in high school, so I got nothing but love for him and his game. I can only hope to one day be the scorer that he is now. Time to do NYC proud. All up in the house, baby. Melo better be ready.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the New York Knicks come into town in this one. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Celtics are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Boston before heading out on the road. They're in 5th place in the East, a team to be reckoned with for sure.
I guarantee you what, guys, the adrenaline is already flowing on both sides. A rivalry matchup like this means a little more to the players than just any other game.
And not just the players, Greg. How about the fans, too? I mean, they get into this thing as well. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams square up.
Freak comes in for Johnson.
Turner
in for Crowder. And then for New York, Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. And it's Tony Roten in for Jose Cole. And it's Freak missing.
He better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And they take the lead. And that's now 7 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Για να δούμε.
That free throw, no good.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for... pushing the action.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level, but with greater efficiency. Too often, his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job.
Here's Thomas. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Kurt Rambis.
Yes, Kevin, he talked to me about the great respect he holds for the opposition. He said they're one of the top offensive teams in the league. We've got to be at our very best defensively. Talking, communicating, hustling, making the extra effort, anything necessary to get the stops. Guys, despite their winning record in the season series, he's taking nothing for granted.
And Doris, thank you as always. And of course, facing an offense like this, you really have to be aware at all times of the weapons they throw at you.
Yeah, and they can light it up when they get it going. It's going to take a top-notch...
Freak comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Crowder. And then for New York, Robin Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Porzingis comes in for Derek Williams, and it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo. Freak, he's in at power. Turner is out there with Avery Bradley. Then it's Jared Sullinger, and it's Crowder in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Clock at 4. There's Freak.
Τώρα με τι μου την έδωσε εκεί. Στα 3 δεύτερα.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Porzingis. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland.
Yeah, but he set up shop.
Αφού δεν δίνει.
I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Freak with it. Now Anthony defending. Freak kicks to Sullinger. Outside Turner. There's the pass to Freak. From deep.
Μέσα ήταν αυτό. Δεν μου βγάζουν καλές πάσεις. Το φάγαμε.
Calderon's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Crowder. He dishes it to Bradley. Celtics passing it around.
Δεν βλέπω ότι με μαρκάρουνε γάμο το.
Now here's Freak. Be right on him.
Ρίχτω να τελειώνουμε. Ωραίος. Αυτός, αγόρι μου.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Calderon dishes to Roten. Outside Anthony. Pass to Porzingis. Takes it from 10. Cannot hit. And it's
Κάτσε κάτω ρε βλάκα. Κάτσε κάτω.
They drew a lot of fouls in their games, guys, and
that was the when
you watch them.
Just lack discipline defensively, Greg. I mean, that's why they got
a lot of 3 points at the charity strike. Δεν μπορώ. Πάρ' τον εσύ. Τι λες τώρα, πώς γίνεται να βγάλεις το χέρι του ρε φίλε.
Calderon's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle sketch for the Knicks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also how well they defended the rim.
Κοίτα τι μου κάνανε. Τον ηλίθιο.
Also altering them here in this first half.
1:37 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Porzingis, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Outside Bradley. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. And Turner kicks to Freak. Knocked loose.
Τι έκανε ρε ο άνθρωπος.
Roden with it. 14 points from him the last game against Portland.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Turner passes to Freak.
Πάλι το ίδιο πράγμα έγινε, ρε.
The time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Celtics trail by 6. Outer dishes to Turner. To the middle. And it's good. Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And Trevor in this game now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you got to play freely and with confidence.
Excellent.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Sullinger. Johnson comes in for Evan Turner. Mickey's checked in for Crowder. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Avery Bradley. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Thomas checked in for Anthony. And it's a Flalo in for Jose Calderon. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. Down low, 2 seconds left. Stolen by O'Quinn. And that does it for the first half of play. Knicks out front as they end the second quarter on a 15-6 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Clark.
Γεια σου Bill Greek Gamer.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
What a great game for Anthony. 15 points. He's done a little bit of work.
Για να δούμε, θα νικήσουμε. Το γυρίσανε. Ωραία. Αλλά δεν είμαι, γιατί είναι δύσκολο αυτό. Πάνω του, ρε.
Then there's Robin Lopez, and it's Porzingis in at the 4-man position. Calderon with it. Now, Thomas defending. Porzingis passes to Lopez, and he converts the layup.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes
αυτό είναι. Αυτό είναι.
To pound it inside. And you know what? They're winning though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Now here's a Flalo. Anthony left side.
Γιατί πέσουν μπουλούκι, ρε φίλε.
6 on the shot clock. The 15-footer will not go. This is off the front iron.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by a Flalo.
Ella.
And Thomas has it in the corner. To the middle. It's stolen by Anthony. And now, in transition, it's a Flalo. Here we go. The shot by Anthony, no good.
He's going to play his way onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Thomas kicks to Freak.
Γιατί δεν παίζει τόσο καλά άμυνα αυτός, ρε φίλε.
5 on the clock. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range
jump shots. Πάντα δεύτερη δεν μπαίνει, ρε φίλε, και δεν θέλει.
The important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will, made this a 2-possession game.
Anthony in the corner. Lets the three fly. That ball's nice speed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got 5 assists tonight. Thomas kicks to Johnson. It's Bradley on the wing. Here's Freak. Soft touch off the glass. Freak's got 5 points now in the quarter.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Hey guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Freak. And Turner's subbed in for Jake Crowley. Got it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Lopez.
Talk about a terrific game for Lopez. 8 rebounds and 2 rejections. He's piling up the rejections to go along with the tremendous work he's done on the glass.
It's been about the paint and the way he's been able to control it.
New York making a change here.
Phil.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Ένας πόντος είναι.
No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean,
2 πόντοι.
Use every second you can on the clock here.
3 πόντοι. Έτσι, γερά.
And it's a 3-point game. Big time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
And here's a follow for 3. Misses the 3. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Για δούμε τα δικά μου.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there.
Άλλες 2 πόντους.
Close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Seconds left here in the 4th quarter.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
Missed. So we see Boston get the lead. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now time to send it over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the post-game show.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Isaiah Thomas. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will. And Kenny, you had some words earlier while the game was going on. And that'll do it for tonight. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew. This is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Basquiat, let's go. Got that art for y'all, that real spit. They call me Basquiat. The Harlem take my pockets full of fat knots, making all the ladies drop. Hitting the corners clean, my bank goes to California scene. Half man, half amazing. Hope you see me out the demigod. Halo crown with the dollar sign, got 'em hoping. A ghetto saint to the rain us, call me focus. Before the Basquiat, so shit is hopeless. I'm that Harlem Shake painting pictures, making new kind of skill, banking up until big years. They call me Basquiat, pockets full of fat knots, dust from dawn. Your boy makes the street pop, got it on lock. My little stop, make it hot, love it when the bunnies bounce when they on top. Basquiat, I got 107 C's, making moves in the world knows me. Basquiat, my pocket OD, I dive in the heights, get up and then creep. I'm on my hustling grind.
Jag tar fissa.
Okay, yo, he's nice. What's his name?
Hey, he goes by the name Basquiat, yo. Basquiat puts game down on them bars, yo. I'm telling you. Hey, we record a nice mixtape. Hey, do a nice video. Get some honeys up in there dancing. We could build a franchise around this, yo. Hey, I want us to do a deal, freak.
What you mean by us, big?
I mean us, as in you and me and you. Putting some serious thriller behind this and put me on, man. I'm Basquiat.
What?
You heard me?
Yep. Yes. Κι άλλο τροφ. Τι ακριβώς κάνει τώρα? Χαράζει.
I never had this feeling with any other woman. She gave me a different feeling, which is something I fell in love with. I never asked her to be my girlfriend. It just became that. You could tell when we started phoning, like, I get a text message and she's like, who is that? And it was just like, oh, so we worried now. Oh, so no more of that? All right. You know what I mean? So that's how I came to agreement.
What's different about that?
Well, when you could teach me something or give me knowledge about anything,
Συνέντευξη,
I'm already attracted to you as a person. I love learning, and she was very intellectual. She's a very strong woman. And in this life, I need a strong woman.
Α, πόσα πήραμε, δεν είδα. Luck shot. Όχι ρε.
matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, it'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again. The stakes are raising every day at this point, so I better man up.
A breathtaking view here of the Toronto waterfront, beaming over the inner harbor. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You can feel the energy here in Air Canada Center. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win. They've got a nice head start on this season series, up 2-0.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
All fueled up and ready to go.
Για πάμε. Νουμπάκος. Τώρα νικάμε κιόλας για ένα τρίποντο.
Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. There's the pick. Now the pass to Kira.
Έλα, σας πήρε.
And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Crowder dishes to Thomas. It's Freak, top of the key. That's tipped.
Oh, shit.
And oh, here we go. Joseph's got it. The fast break chance. And he gets it to go. Howell's got his first bucket of the night.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Freak. 9-point game his last outing. Smart kicks to Olynyk. Tries it from the top of the key. And the shot no good, a bit short.
That's a shot he's got. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Joseph. Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Damari Carroll. Terrence Ross comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Lowry in for Powell. And a new group in for the Celtics. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Freak comes in for Olynyk. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Smart. And Bradley's subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Lowry out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Terrence Ross. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Biyombo at the center locking down the middle. That's the 5. Now here's Turner. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Thunder gave them an edge. He had 9 points, but also put up 4 boards. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more.
Fuck.
All-around effort.
And going back to Patterson for just a moment, he's been lauded for his mature approach. Ever since high school in West Virginia, he was involved in a highly publicized recruiting battle between Florida and Kentucky, ultimately choosing the latter.
Yeah, and you know, the part of his game, Kevin, that he's really worked on is his ability to face up and shoot. Really starting to evolve into a guy that can space the floor, that space 4. And when he's hitting that jumper at a high percentage, I think his value to the team goes up exponentially. Now, how did he to change his shot midair.
Boston leading by 4. Pass to Turner. And Turner with the slam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And good on the basket. Book it. Patterson's got 10.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Here's Freak. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket, and that's going to be a trap. The Celtics making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. So a tie game here.
Ισοπαλία,
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now. Boston also with the sub. Freaks checked in from Amir Johnson. Raptors leading by 4.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky. Took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
On the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Evan Turner is out there. And Sullinger in at the center.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Tyler Zellers checked in for Jared Sullinger. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Turner passes to Freak. Here's Zeller. There's the bucket. Good. Zeller's got 5 points so far. As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him establishing himself as a head coach. He's really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And while we can, let's check on the leading distributors at the point guard position in the second half of the season. Number 5, Kyle Lowry.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
And that's the thing to me. I mean, as exceptional as their assist numbers are, it's their leadership and that ability to direct their offense. That's what makes them stand out.
And Toronto making a change here. Carroll's checked in, and then for Boston. Jay Crowder's checked in for Turner, and Smart subbed in for Bradley. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Celtics trail by 6. Freak kicks to Thomas. There's the dish to Freak. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 4 assists in the game. Toronto's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Passes it to Patterson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Patterson's got 18 points in the game.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Here's Lowry, and it's blocked. Downboard issue 2 to Rosen.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. But he settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Powell, he's checked in for Toronto. Changes for Toronto. Patterson comes in for Biyombo. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Powell. And a new group in for the Celtics. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Freak comes in for Olynyk. Turner's checked in for Jay Crowder. And it's Avery Bradley in for Marcus Smart. They've got Damari Carroll out there. Corey Joseph is out there with Lowry. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Patterson in at the center. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Ross is checked in for Toronto. And both free throws good from Freak. Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. And it's Lowry penetrating. Here's Carroll. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Carroll's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And Greg, I've got to admit to you, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. They've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back.
And he sinks the second.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Indiana Pacers. There's the pick. Dishes it to DeRozan to take the lead, and the layup is good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Turner against Ross. There's Freak, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Okay, we're fine.
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words. For his team. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here. See if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And that one's good. And the Raptors lead by 1.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from it.
Got to figure it out.
Sullinger, no good. Toronto's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Ross passes to Patterson. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bradley. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Thomas, that's good. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
There's Freak. No good.
No.
And Toronto will go the other way with it. 56 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Lowry with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Ross kicks to Carroll. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Rosen dishes to Patterson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Sullinger. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Celtics.
Patterson. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. Biyombo's checked in for Damari Carroll. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Thomas passes to Olynyk. The 11-footer for rebound by Patterson.
No.
Shot is on the line here.
What the fuck, man?
Intensity and focus of the crowd here.
So loud in
Στο
this.
καλό.
Here's
Έτσι και
Ross.
κοιτώ.
Offline with the baseline jumper.
Εκεί σώμητο.
And here's Boston. Freak kick still in it. Shoots a fader. And play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under
Όχι ρε. Έλα ρε.
Control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over the back call.
And so both
Έλα ρε το ψέμα.
And really the tension could
Έλα
not
ρε
be
το
higher
ψέμα.
right now, and he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Να το κλατσάρουμε.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Freak. Oh,
Ναι.
target.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, it would have been better off
Τι.
on the floor and not on the shot.
Τι έκανε ο άνθρωπος.
Foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
He's able to
Ναι.
hit the second one, and that ties the game up.
87-87.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they
Πάλι
should
καλά.
have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor. The top. Spacing. Spacing.
Here's DeRozan. Here's Lowry. Ooh, offline.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up.
Σοπαλία έφυγε. Πρώτη φορά.
Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number one. Getting going right now. And so, Boston making a switch here. And now they foul and stop the clock.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Do it. It's
Έλα ρε.
It's as much a problem for them as the score
Χάσαμε.
is right now, so they got to try to manage it.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker.
Δεν πρέπει σε 9 δευτερόλεπτα να ανέβουμε πάνω και να βάλουμε ένα.
And the second of two is good. That will put them up by two. It's Bradley on the wing. Count it!
Oh! Αυτό είναι. Αυτός είσαι. Δεν θα αφήσουμε να κάνουν τίποτα. Δεν πρέπει να βάλουν τίποτα. Όχι ρε μάλακα. Όχι ρε φίλε, τι βάλανε ρε. Ωρε φίλε. Τι κάνεις μωρέ, χάσαμε ηλίθιε.
Ends with a big win by Toronto in a tight game. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this